Greetings to all. Hello, hello, hello. I am back for another Ascendance of a Bookworm recap. Today I will recap episode 33 titled, Delia and Dirk. The episode continues from when Delia found Dirk crying, running a fever and his face covered with red spots. A worried Delia reports this to her fellow retainers in Myne, but Dirk had calmed down, no fever nor red spots. Myne told Delia, as cruel as it may seem to hold of giving milk to Dirk and see what happens. By the time Dirk got hungry and started crying, his face started to get red, developed a fever and eventually developed red spots on his face. Myne, satisfied, told Delia to feed Dirk. When he stopped crying, the fever and red spots went away as well. Myne, suspecting it might be the devouring, asked Fran to call Lutz. Upon arrival, Myne whispered for Lutz to get a Tao fruit. Flashback to when Myne first held a Tao fruit, it sucked up her mana and turned to a Tormby. Myne visits Ferdinand to inform him of Dirk. Ferdinand hands Myne an anti-eavesdropping device. When Myne told him what she's about to say is top secret. Okay, so Myne tells Ferdinand about Dirk having the devouring. Ferdinand brought out the topic of contracts with nobles, that without it, commoners with the devouring could die. Myne remembers Frida. Ferdinand further states Myne, who was to be adopted by Karstedt, was a different case due to her mana capacity and money-making capabilities, that the Lord of Ehrenfest allowed for the adoption. We see that a Tao fruit was placed on Dirk's hand while he slept, when Myne tucks him in, a day before Ferdinand is scheduled to measure Dirk's mana capacity. Now, is it just me, but I think this was a flaw on the anime? Won't the Tao fruit suck up Dirk's mana and turn into a Tromp? Your thoughts, fellow Ascendance of a Bookworm fan? Back to the recap. Ferdinand, accompanied by Arno, went to Myne's chambers with a magical device. They dismissed their retainer, and with just Myne and Ferdinand they placed the device on Dirk's head. 3 stone changed color, which according to Ferdinand meant Dirk's mana is comparable to a Mednoble. Then, with Myne showing her concern for Dirk, we see Ferdinand smile. Yes, he smiled in a good way, but not in a way I would have liked to see him smile. It just felt out of character, and too soon. This is the web novel reader me, ranting. Anyways, back on track. Ferdinand tells Myne to keep Dirk's devouring info a secret, for Dirk and Myne's safety. Myne reassures Delia that Dirk will be okay. On the next scene, Myne, with Lutz, Gil, and Damuel visit the ink workshop. Together with Joseph and Heidi, they gave details of their findings and proceeded to experiment on colored ink. They stopped for the day, when they met a snag on their experimentation. At home, Effa solves Myne's ink dilemma by suggesting using a fixing agent to prevent the color turning black when mixing colors. Myne tells Lutz and Gil about this. Myne, raring to go, was stopped by both Lutz and Gil, much to Myne's dissatisfaction. While at their Harspiel practice, Rosina teasingly comments that for all the unusual knowledge Myne possesses, she does not know of the common things like using a fixing agent. Myne was distracted when she heard Delia giving encouraging words to Dirk as the latter tries to roll over. She praised how quick Dirk has grown. Their conversation was interrupted when Wilma came to pick Dirk up for the day. Delia, obviously attached to Dirk, was reluctant to see him go. Myne suggests for her to go to the orphanage if she was that worried about Dirk. Later that day, Delia was forced to accompany Myne to the orphanage, when the latter needed to visit Wilma. Damuel pointed out that Myne needed retainers to go with her as a blue-robed shrine maiden. Delia overcame her trauma and fear of returning to the orphanage. As she was about to leave, she rushed to Dirk in time to catch him as he rolled over his cot. This act for Myne signified Delia's wounds brought by her experiences from the orphanage is slowly healing. The episode ends with Delia arguing with Fran about Ferdinand's apparent order to get Dirk adopted. And that sneaky Arno is behind this. To be continued. You can watch the episodes from the link at the description. Do look forward for my recap of the next episodes. Please check out my other videos, and don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I would also like to hear from you, so drop me a message on our community and comments section. Thank you again for watching, till next time. Bye bye. Disclaimer. I do not own or claim any ownership rights over any of the graphics, images, songs used in this video. All rights reserved to the respective copyright owners.